So with this, the first thing you want to do is press the menu button. You press the menu button on the back, and then you scroll down to the spanner symbol. So as you scroll down, you'll find NTSC/PAL, so you can change that to NTSC if you're shooting in the US or another NTSC country. You've got your bitrate and resolution. On this camera, since it only goes as high as 1080, so HD, you're pretty much definitely going to be shooting on that. There might be some projects you're shooting at lower resolutions like 720, which you can find there. Then you've got your frame rate. This is where you can choose from progressive, so 25p, or interlaced if it's for a sports program or something like that. Each of these separate functions can be reached with the function button, which is located on the back of the camera here. Each time you press it, it scrolls through to a different section. So we start off with white balance, and then we've got the ISO or the gain, and then the shutter. The iris can be controlled by the smaller wheel, which is, I'll just move that around so you can see it, smaller wheel, which is down here. So you've got this one that sort of scrolls through the menu items, and this one here that operates the iris. So let's start with white balance. The first setting we've got here is K, which stands for Kelvin, and this allows you to manually dial in the color temperature. So whatever temperature you want. If you think that if you're light source, you might know it's 6,000, so you dial in 6,000. If you know that you're shooting tungsten, you might want to dial in 3,200 Kelvin. To dial it in, you just press the white balance button, which is here on the side of the camera. You can see it's just two triangles and a square. Let's move down to the next one. So we've done manually dialing in your white balance. What are the other options? So again, press the function button. That gets us back onto K, Kelvin, and you roll this wheel down, the top wheel, and the first one we've got to there is A. So it's all cameras have this, but it's like kind of memory function. So this camera is rated at 850. So let's press that function button again, and you'll see that at the ISO, again, it's the same buttons. You just roll around with that top wheel. So if you scroll all the way to the bottom, the lowest ISO you get is 320. And as you increase that, 400, 500, up to 850, 850 has a bracket around it to help you know that that is the native ISO. So the iris is obviously it's a mechanical device inside the lens. Usually it would be controlled on the outside of the lens, but on the Canon camera it isn't. It's controlled via the camera body. So this wheel here will select which iris you want. Let's move on to the next function. We'll look at ND. This is a really simple one. The ND buttons are here, so you can put more ND in or take out ND. The last thing we're looking at is shutter. Again, if we go back to the function button, hit the function button, and we highlight the shutter. Okay, so those were 5 very simple tips just to get you up and running on the Canon C300 if you haven't used it before. There will be lots more videos coming that are much more in depth. So if you're interested and you want to learn more about the camera, go to the website, and the details are below on the YouTube video, or if you're already on the site, you'll be able to look through and choose whichever video is helpful to you. Thanks for watching.